Hi, so today I want to talk about the benefit of the doubt. Sarah May um, had this thing on Twitter, this tweet, which I've been thinking about a lot for the last couple of days. She wrote this, you know, very kind of typical of her style. She said, it amazes me that there are still people in this world who think that intentions matter. She said, intentions don't matter. Um, if somebody thinks you were mean, you were mean, um, and that's it, right? So it doesn't matter if somebody's offended by something that you say or do, then you know you were offensive. That's the now. I just find this to be really kind of a recipe for bad human interactions. Now, uh, like to just take it off the table, you know, right from the beginning that intentions don't matter. That doesn't it doesn't make sense to me because, you know, the fact that I have, for instance, I was sick with the flu a little while ago, and while I was sick, I was incredibly grumpy, as people get when they're really sick or tired. And I took everything in the worst possible way. I took, as you do when you're really grumpy, like somebody asks you like a totally harmless question and you get like really defensive and angry, or you get angry at like dumb things, like don't look at me in that tone of voice. Um, so if I were to just take all of my feelings at face value and just sort of say, well, everybody around me, the fact that I'm getting angry at things that you're saying and doing, it's proof that you're all the problem, right? No, in that situation, I was very clearly the problem, right? I was the problem, not these other people. But if I had had someone like Sarah May around to sort of enable my crazy, I mean, that would have been really not a good thing for me or for my relationships or my family. So it's no, I mean, definitely, if you say something or do something that upsets somebody and offends them, and they tell you about it, yeah, absolutely, you should apologize and you should make it right, and you should try and correct course as much as possible. Like, yeah, absolutely. That's what makes you like not a dick, like not a jerk. So no, I completely have no problem with that. But I do think it's quite dangerous to say as an axiom that intentions never matter when you're evaluating these things, right? I think that's a recipe for a lot of very bad communication, uh, because even among people who are very close to each other, people who live with each other, there's always going to be misunderstandings. There's going to be, um, I see this a lot with my students where you have people who are recent immigrants to Canada who are studying in English for the first time, or you have people who are francophones who are studying in English for the first time. And so sometimes these students, their grasp of the English language is not really strong yet, and so they might use the wrong words in talking to somebody, and they might say something that is sort of seems sort of offensive, but they're not in any way trying to be offensive. It's just that they don't have enough of a grasp to get the right word, or people coming from different cultural backgrounds, they might have some ideas or some prejudices that fellow students find offensive, and to just automatically kind of demonize them, that just kind of alienates people and pushes people away. It's much better if you, I think, encourage people. I mean, this is what I try and do myself, and I try and teach this to my students, to encourage people to have a more charitable approach, right? Where you kind of assume the best of other people's intentions until they prove that they really are not well intentioned. Assume that somebody's not trying to hurt you or offend you or trigger you, and you probably have a much more peaceful life. All right, that's good for now.